Let's start by simply arriving on our mats, coming into a kneeling position, hands on the tops of the thighs, closing down the eyes, and focusing on the breath. Take a deep inhale, and let it all go with a long, slow exhale. Inhale, let's sweep our arms all the way up and over our head. Exhale, bring them to heart center, interlace the fingers, and on the next inhale, shoot the hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, interlace the fingers, stretch them up towards the sky, and exhale, drop them back down. Last one, inhale. Exhale, release. Now interlace the hands behind the back, palms together, coming up onto the knees, roll the shoulders down the spine, and push the hips forward as you maybe drop the head back into a gentle camel, a nice heart opening pose. And then releasing the hips back down to the heels. Keeping the hands interlaced, maybe swaying the head gently side to side, creating some space in the neck. Should feel nice and soothing, calming, grounding. Just showing up for your body, in your body. Spreading the knees nice and wide, and then walking the hands all the way towards the front edge of the mat, bringing the forehead down towards the earth into a child's pose. Maybe closing down the eyes, really connecting back to the breath, and finding a sense of ease and grounding. Maybe setting a gentle intention here for the practice, asking your body how it feels and what it needs. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, and then sliding the hands all the way forward as you look forward at the fingertips, lifting your hips up towards the sky and above the knees, finding puppy pose, heart melting pose. Try to remember to breathe here. I know it can be a little bit restrictive in the chest, but try to take a couple of really deep breaths. Keep the forearms where they are, and bring the hips down towards the earth, rolling the shoulders down the spine and lengthening out through the crown of the head, finding Sphinx pose. Your drishti can be in between your hands at the front of the mat. And then lowering one cheek on top of your hands and turning to face one side, just relaxing. Coming up onto the fingertips and rolling up into an intimidation cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, go up towards the right hand side this time. And then exhale, release through center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, back through center. Place the opposite hand on top and come onto the opposite cheek, finding that rest pose again. Couple of deep breaths. Take your right palm and face it out towards the right hand side of the room, palm faces down, and come up onto the left fingertips as you roll that left leg all the way up and over. So you'll be giving yourself a nice pec stretch through the right side of the chest. You kind of feel like an inverted guinea pig or something here. It feels really odd. And then swap sides. Left palm comes all the way out and down. Right fingertips come up. And the right leg comes up and over. Getting a nice twist through the body as well. Relaxing the head towards the earth. And then releasing back through center. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, option for another cobra, or if it's in your practice and you feel warm enough, all the way up into up dog. Taking a couple of seconds here to twist it out, move in any way that feels intuitive, any way that feels good for your body today. And then exhale, lift the hips up, roll over the toes and find your first down dog for the day. So take some time, walk it out, take your dog for a little walk through the park, shift the weight from your left to your right. Maybe bending the knees, lifting the heels, and then plugging the heels all the way down, maybe even trying to lift the toes. Inhale as you bend the knees, look forward at your hands, and travel up into Malasana, so Yogi Squat. Feet will come out to either edge of the mat, sink the hips down towards the earth and use the elbows to press against the inner knees and bring your hands together. And this will create space in the chest. So draw the shoulders down your spine, lengthen up through the crown of the head. You can bring in some movements here, some little twists maybe, some shakes. And then lift the hips, release the hands, heel toe the feet into hip width. And find ragdoll, maybe grabbing opposite elbow and swaying gently side to side. Just hanging out, hinging over the hips. A nice gentle pose. Maybe shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Relaxing through the neck. And then pistol grip the big toe. Place the thumbs on the mat in front of you. And inhale as you open up through the heart space. Lengthen through the spine. And exhale. Bend the elbows out to either side and fold over yourself. Inhale all the way up to Urdhva root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, hinge over your hips, slight bend in the knees, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into high plank. Shoulders stack above the wrists, fingers spread nice and wide, activating through your core. Inhale. Exhale, hold. One more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees down towards the earth and then lower your chest and chin. And then followed by the hips. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Thighs lifting up dog. And then exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Taking one deep breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step, jump or float, top edge. Inhale, lead with the heart, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and surrender to the earth. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Looking up if the neck allows. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, jump or float, high plank. Shifting forward, through your vinyasa, optional lower the knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the hips, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. One more just like that. Inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, shift forward into high plank. And lower the hips all the way down. Stay on the toes, so it's like a variation of up dog. Exhale, lift the hips, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float through plank and lower the hips. Exhale to down dog. So I call these our down dog waves. We'll go for another one in your own time. Exhale all the way back. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee across to that same elbow, so to your right knee. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, bring it across the body to your left elbow. Inhale, shoot it back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it to your nose, tiger curl. And then gently place it between the hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toe. And inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Pushing into that right hip. Maybe interlacing the thumbs together. Activating through the core and finding a gentle back bend. Maybe looking up or back. And then releasing the hands to that front knee. Pushing that knee away and sinking deeper into that thigh. Bring your left hand to the earth. Coming up onto the back toe and lifting that right wing all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down in front of the right foot. And then switch wings. Inhale, lift the left hand up. Maybe bring it up and over towards the front edge of the mat. And then stepping back through into a Lucid Lunge. So lowering the back knee down, coming onto the blade edge of that front right foot. Maybe using the right hand on the right knee to push it out towards the side. You can stay here or option to reach back and grab the left foot with your right hand, coming into a bit of a twist. Hands come back down, then step into your Malasana again, into your Yogi Squat. Release the hands, heel to the feet slightly in, and we'll come back to that ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back through your vinyasa. Option to skip vinyasa and come straight back into down dog if that's going to serve you better today. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, shoot it back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, twist it, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, back up to three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to nose. And then step it through between the hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms rise. Finding that low lunge. Maybe interlace the fingers again. Opposite thumb on top this time. And finding that back bend, activating through the core to support the back. And then hands come to that front thigh, pushing it away, sinking deeper into that lunge. Hands come to frame the front foot, tuck the back toe under, lift the knee. And on the next inhale, peel your left hand up towards the sky. Finding a nice twist, maybe a couple of cracks and pops through the back. Exhale, bring that hand to the inside of your left foot and swap hands. Right wing goes all the way up towards the sky. Maybe even up and over towards the front edge of the mat, palm facing down. And then both hands lower to the inside of that left foot, coming onto the blade edge of that left foot and finding your lizard variation on this side. Maybe using that left hand to push the knee out towards the side. Or again, option to reach back, and this time grabbing onto the back foot with the left hand, coming into that twist, gently releasing, coming back through that runner's lunge. And then stepping both feet up towards the front edge into your Yogi Squat, using the hands to press against the knees. And then on the next exhale, lifting the hips up towards the sky, finding ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, hand sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway, lead with the heart, lengthen through the spine. And then through your vinyasa, step, jump or float. Through your chaturanga dandasana, or simply stepping all the way back to downward facing dog. One deep breath. Inhale, right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. And then inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Back heel be off the ground, activating through that right glute. Inhale, lift through the hands. Exhale, twist over towards the right hand side. Right hand comes back, left hand goes forward. And then inhale, right hand comes to the back leg. Left hand comes up and back. So you're in a twisted reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, open out, unfold to warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm and reverse the warrior. Exhale, right elbow to right knee, finding extended side angle. That left arm comes up and over, palm faces down towards the ground, trying to roll the right side of the chest all the way up towards the sky. Maybe finding a half bind, taking that left arm behind you and grabbing onto the inside of that right thigh. Looking down at your front toes, on the next inhale, shift forward into a variation of balancing half moon. Toes will face towards the left-hand side of the room. Right hand comes down towards the earth underneath your shoulder. And then if you want to challenge your balance, you might even be able to lift the right fingertips up off the earth, an inch or two, or maybe up towards your heart space. You can find Shavasana variation here by reaching back and grabbing onto that top foot or ankle. Exhale, step back quietly into Warrior Two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Option to come up onto the right toes. And then exhale through your vinyasa, hands cartwheel down. Through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it up between the hands. And on the inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Straightening through that back knee, activating through the left glute, and plugging the right heel towards the back of the room. Sink a little deeper into that front thigh. Inhale. Exhale, open out to the left. Palms face the left side of the room. Keep that depth in the thigh. Inhale, reverse twisted lunge. Exhale, open out to Warrior Two. Looking over the front fingertips. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Right arm comes up and over, palm facing down, finding extended side angle. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Option to wrap that top hand up and around to the inside of that left thigh. Then looking down at the front toes, bending into the front knee and shifting the weight forward, finding balancing half moon on the other side. Left hand comes down underneath the left shoulder. Option to stay here. You can unwrap that right wing. You can challenge the balance again and try to lift that base hand up. Or you can find Shavasana. Try to do whatever you did on the other side and whatever's going to serve your body best, whatever feels really good today. Exhale, step back quietly into Warrior Two. Try to step back like a ninja as quietly as you can. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands cartwheel, frame the front foot, and step back through your vinyasa in your own time. Maybe closing down the eyes as you do this and really feeling it move through the body. One deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, rise to crescent. Exhale, tilt forward, find arrow. So palms will face out towards either edge of the room, tilting the chest forward as if it's an extension of the back leg. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale, find Stork Pose, bringing that left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, Dekasana, aeroplane pose. Left leg comes back, shooting the left toes down towards the ground, tilting the chest forward so that it's parallel with the back leg. So you're kind of like a T. Your body's making a kind of T shape. Inhale, back to Stork Pose, left knee comes in towards the chest. And then exhale, we'll sink down, we'll find our eagle wrap. So that left leg comes up and over the right, sinking down into the hips. You can use your left foot on the right side of your right foot as a kickstand, or if you want to challenge, you can try to wrap that left foot all the way around the back of that right calf. Our arms wrap opposite to our legs, so our right elbow will come on top of the left, and then continue wrapping the hands, trying to get the palms together. Rolling the shoulders down the spine, lifting the elbows up towards shoulder height. Find your drishti, your focus point. Sink a little deeper in the hips. Inhale, unravel, back to stork. Exhale, reach back with your left hand and grab onto your left foot. Inhale, lengthen, grow really tall. Exhale, kick the left foot into the left hand and the left hand into the left foot. Tilting forward, looking over the right fingertip, finding dancer's pose. And then releasing back to stork, inhale. Exhale, take that left knee out and around, step it back, Warrior Two. Inhale, flip reverse, option to come up onto the front toes again. And then exhale, stepping back through your vinyasa. You can find a one-legged chaturanga if you'd like. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Inhale, rise to crescent lunge. Exhale, arrowhead, tilting forward, palms face out. One deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right knee comes into your chest, stork pose. Exhale, shoot that right leg all the way back, Dekasana, aeroplane pose. Palms face out, chest tilts forward, back toes face all the way down towards the ground. Inhale, back to stork. Lengthen up through the hands. Exhale, sink down into eagle pose on the other leg. So right knee comes up and over, and your left elbow will come up and over the right. Sinking down, finding the full wrap if you can, palms together. Maybe that right foot comes up and around the back of that left. Inhale, release, back to stork. Exhale, reach back and grab onto the right foot with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push into the right foot with the right hand and the right hand with the right foot, tilting forward and looking over those left fingertips. Dancer's pose. Remember, it's okay to wobble. Falling out of a pose makes you human, but coming back into it is what makes you a yogi. Inhale, back to stork. Right knee comes out and around, stepping back, warrior two. Inhale, flip reverse, option to come up onto the front toes. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the front foot. Through your vinyasa, option again for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll find child's pose, so lowering the knees out to either edge of the mat, sinking the hips all the way back to the heels, bringing the hands towards the front edge of the mat, and spreading the fingers nice and wide. Forehead comes to the earth. If you'd like to, you can rock your head gently side to side, giving yourself a nice forehead massage. Then if you're ready and willing, I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step back into your yogi squat once more. Pushing the palms together, creating some space in the chest. Exhale, finding ragdoll, heel toeing the feet in, swaying gently side to side. If you'd like to stay here in ragdoll, please feel free to. Or if you'd like to play around with coming into crow today, plant the hands, spread the fingers nice and wide, come up onto the toes and start to bend the knees in towards the armpits. Tilting forward over the wrists. Maybe you can lift one foot up, maybe you can lift the other foot up, or maybe you feel confident bringing both feet just a couple of inches off the ground. Maybe you start to bring your heels in towards your buttocks and look forward. Make sure that you're looking forward, well out off your mat. Taking a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, you're making your way back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. And then twist to face the left side of your mat. So both toes are facing in. Toes are a little bit more toned in than your heels are. And we'll grab onto each ankle and just start to sway side to side. So here I want you to just listen to your body and take some intuitive movements. So do whatever feels good. Maybe bringing both hands across to your left foot. And then both hands across to your right foot. Stretching out through the hamstrings. Maybe interlacing the hands behind the back, bringing the palms together if you can, and then allowing your palms to come up and over towards the earth in front of you. Shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Releasing the hands back down towards the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we'll find some Skandasanas. So bring the weight into your right knee and looking back at your left toes, draw them up towards the sky. Then shift sides, go to the left side. And look back at your right toes. Lift them up towards the sky. Option to keep the hands on the ground. If you'd like to, you can bring them out towards the sides. Inhale, hands frame that front foot. coming into a runner's lunge. And then exhale, drop the back knee down, sinking the hips back towards the heel. Half split. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight back. Inhale, forward, low lunge. Exhale, back, half split. Option to stay in half split here. Or if splits is in your practice and you'd like to invite it today, start shifting that front foot forward and lowering the hips down towards the earth. Maybe looking back and making sure that the back leg is straight and in line. Trying to straighten the hips up towards the front edge of the mat. Taking 2 deep breaths. And then awkwardly wiggling that front foot back into your low lunge. And we'll step back through your vinyasa or straight back to down dog if that's what's going to serve you better. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between the hands. And we'll turn to face the right side of the mat this time. So both toes face inwards, heels turn slightly outwards. And again, just folding forward, maybe shaking the head out, releasing tension in the neck. Option is stay here in the forward fold, finding your favorite variation. Or if headstands in your practice, you can invite that in. Cupping the back of the head, keeping the elbows in towards the face. And then slowly and carefully lifting the feet all the way up towards the sky. Find your version. Find what feels good. And then softly releasing the feet back down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll find those Skandasanas again. So bending into the right knee and then the left. Trying to keep the heels flat if you can. Lifting the opposite toe up towards the sky. Hands can stay on the mat or out towards the side. Just creating some space in the hips. Inhale, hands frame that front foot. Runner's lunge. Exhale, drop the back knee down, pushing back into half split. Lowering the chest over that front thigh. Inhale, back to runner's lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, half split. Again, option is stay here. Or if you took the splits option on the other side, perhaps you'd like to find it again on this side. Or maybe not, it's completely fine not to as well. Ideally, we'll be working both sides the same, but if you're not feeling it today, or if you've got an injury, or if you just want a gentler practice, totally fine to just stay in half split. It's way more important to listen to your body than it is to go out of your way to do something that isn't going to serve you right. Awkwardly bringing that left foot back into that low lunge, and then stepping back through your vinyasa. Really opening up the heart space in that up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's lower the knees down towards the earth. Sit back onto your heels. Take the shoulders for a couple of rolls. And then now that we're a little warmer, let's go for another camel. So coming up, lifting the hips away from the heels. Hands come to your sacrum, fingers facing up. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the spine. And then start to push the hips forward. Maybe looking back, activating that thyroid, activating the throat. Keep pushing the hips forward if you can. And then gently releasing the hips back down towards the heels. Inhale, take a stretch of choice, maybe raising the arms up towards the sky. Then when you're ready, we'll go for a second camel. Hands come back towards the sacrum, fingers facing up. Option to bring the right hand to the right heel this time, and your left hand can come up and around towards the back edge of the mat. Come back to neutral. And we'll go for that same thing on the opposite side. Left hand to the left foot. Right hand comes up and over towards the back. So you're getting a nice side body stretch here as well. Really opening up through the spine and through the heart space. We'll go for one more camel. Hands come to your sacrum, fingers facing up. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the spine, push the hips forward. Head and neck can come back. Maybe you can release one hand or both hands towards both ankles this time. You can be looking forward or you can looking back, whatever's more comfortable on the neck. And then releasing, finding a child's pose once more. Catching your breath. Our counter poses for heart openers are often really grounding and humbling. So really enjoy it. Option to reach back and grab onto your heels with your hands, coming up onto the crown of your head, and then lifting the hips up towards the sky, finding rabbit pose. Another really good pose for a bit of introversion, introspection, self-awareness and analysis, checking in with yourself, and releasing the hands back out into child's pose. You can wander the hands over towards the right and find a nice side body stretch in the left-hand side. And then creeping the hands through center and over towards the left, finding that same stretch through the right side body this time. And then hands come back through center, releasing the forehead to the mat. Making your way onto your belly. Palms come down beside you, flat on the earth, and choose your favorite cheek to come onto. Go for a Shavasana variation, so interlacing the hands behind you, palms together, keeping the legs and the feet flat on the earth. Inhale as you lift the chest up off the earth, lengthening through the crown of the head, looking towards the front edge of your mat. And then exhale, bring the opposite cheek down towards the earth. Maybe gently rocking the hips side to side. Then bringing your chin towards the mat through neutral and bending the heels up towards the buttocks, getting a nice quad stretch. Option to stay here, and that's completely fine. Or if you'd like to today, you can begin lifting the feet and the hands up towards the sky, opening up the heart space. Toes can stay pointed or they can be flexed. Finding your bow. And then coming back down. Again, rocking the hips out maybe. Coming onto the opposite cheek this time. Remember to be gentle with yourself. Take as much time as you need. And when you're ready, I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step or jump through your hands all the way onto your buttocks, all the way onto your back. Feet at hip width. See if you can tickle your heels with your fingertips, just to make sure that you have the right length. On your next inhale, roll the pelvis up towards the sky, and then keep rolling one vertebra at a time all the way off the mat until you're stacked on top of your shoulders. Keep the chin tucked in towards the chest, maybe closing down the eyes, and see if you can relax the glutes. Option to keep the hands on the earth, or if you'd like to, you can interlace the fingers and then bring the hands back down towards the mat. And then gently releasing. Maybe taking the feet out to either edge of the mat and windscreen wiping the knees out from side to side. So taking both knees out to the left and then to the right, back to the left, back to the right. One hand on your heart space and one hand on your belly. You can stay here and rest. You can come back into your bridge pose, or if wheel's in your practice, you can pop up into your wheel. Fingertips face the tops of your shoulders, and then pushing through the thighs, through the legs, opening up the heart space. Find your variation today, maybe challenging yourself with straight legs, coming into the bent leg variation, keeping the heels flat, or maybe coming up onto the toes. There's no right or wrong, there's just whatever feels good for you. When you're ready, tucking the chin in towards the chest, lowering the shoulders, and then all the way down onto your back. Again, one hand on the heart space, one hand on the belly. This time, let's keep the spine neutral and find Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the palms of the feet together and knees splay out to either edge of the mat. We'll find happy baby, grabbing the outside edges of your feet, drawing the knees into the underarms, and rolling the pelvis down towards the mat. You can stay here, you can wiggle side to side, maybe straighten out one leg or straighten out the other one. Honestly, whatever feels good for you. Find shoulder stand. So rolling up onto your shoulders, drawing the knees in towards your forehead. See if you can maybe even massage your forehead with your kneecaps. Hands come onto the sacrum. Option is stay here. Option to stay here for a while and just look within yourself, check in and ask how you're feeling. Or perhaps you'd like to bring the hands a little bit higher on your back and release the feet up towards the sky. In your shoulder stand, take any variation that feels good. Feet can stay straight. You can bend the knees. You can maybe stag with the left leg, and then swap, and you can stag with the right leg. You can bring the palms of the feet together, knees out to either edge. Or you can take the feet all the way apart from each other and find a straddle. To release, bring the knees back towards the forehead. And we'll find plow pose. So take the feet up and over towards the back edge of the mat. Hands can stay on the lower back, or if you'd like to, you can interlace the hands and draw them down towards the earth, towards the front edge of the mat. This is one of my favorite poses. I love plow pose. It's just so humbling. You can stay in plow pose, or you can come into deaf man's pose and try to drop the knees around the ears. And when you're ready, gently releasing, hugging the knees into the chest, gently rocking side to side. Let's open up the hips a little bit. Take the outside edge of your right foot and put it across the top of your left knee. Drawing the right knee out towards the side, interlace the hands beneath the left knee and draw that knee in towards your chest. So you should be able to feel it through that right hip and psoas. It should feel really nice. If there's any pain at all, just ease back a little bit. The tighter you hug that knee in towards your chest, the deeper of a stretch you'll feel as well. So you have complete control here of how intense you want the stretch to be. And when you're ready, we'll release and swap sides. Take the outside edge of that left foot and place it on top of that right knee, hugging the right knee in towards your chest and allowing that left knee to come out towards the side. Again, you control how deep and intense this stretch is. So really listen to your body, ask it how it feels, and then give it what it deserves. Know that there's a fine line between challenge and surrendering, and both of them are just as good at different times. Both of them are just as important. Hugging the knees into the chest, releasing, going for a couple of rock and rolls up and down the back, and then coming into sitting on the sit bones in that hugging position. See if you can keep the feet up off the ground and bring your forehead in towards your knees. Then inching back onto your sit bones. Legs come out in front of you nice and straight. Dandasana. Palms flat on the ground. Inhale, arms rise up towards the sky. And then exhale, fold forward, hinging over the hips. You don't have to be super deep here. Your hands can be on your shins or on your thighs, or they can maybe wrap all the way around your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Holding here for a breath or two. And then releasing back up into seated. Keep your right leg out straight and draw the palm of your left foot in towards the inside of your right thigh. Knee comes out towards the side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold over that right leg. So again, this is all about feeling good. So if it feels good folding straight down, do that. Or get a little bit creative, get a little bit experimental, and see how it feels to open up towards that bent knee. Draw the right side of the chest up towards the sky. Release and shift the weight back over the hips, planting the left hand down on the earth, keeping both feet where they are. Lift the hips up towards the sky into a nice heart opener. And then releasing back down. We'll swap sides, straightening out the left leg, bending the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, find your fold. You can go straight forward, or again, if you're curious, you can start to play around with it and maybe draw the left side of your chest up towards the sky this time. Inhale, right hand comes behind you, shifting the weight back and then lifting the hips all the way up towards the sky. The left hand comes up towards the back edge of the mat, maybe up and around even behind you. Exhale, release. Let's find a wide-legged forward fold. So taking one foot out to one side of the mat and the other foot out to the other side. You can go long ways on your mat if you need more room. Toes can draw up towards the sky or they can be pointed, whatever feels better. Option is stay here upright. Hands can even come behind you if you'd like. Or you can inhale up and then exhale, fold over towards the right foot. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back through the middle. And then again, option to stay here. It's completely fine to stay seated upright. Or perhaps you'd like to start tilting forward. Bringing the hands out in front of you. Maybe just an inch or two. Or maybe you can fold the whole way down like a pancake, flat on the earth. Inhale, come back up. Grabbing the underside of your knees. Releasing. We'll find Cobblers Pose. So drawing the palms of the feet together, knees come nice and wide. And then use your thumbs on the inside of your feet to give yourself a little foot massage. Exhale, move the feet further away from the body so that you've got a diamond in between your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Draw the head and the belly button towards the earth. Relaxing through the neck. Letting go of any last bit of tensions that you might be holding. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, make your way onto your back. Draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale, bring it up and across your body towards the left-hand side of the mat into a supine twist. You can try to push the left knee down with your left hand and then try to draw your right shoulder down towards the earth. You can look across at your right hand if you like. Should be really releasing and relaxing on the lower spine. Release back through center. And we'll swap sides, draw the left knee in towards the chest, and then up and across the body towards the right. Again, looking back over your left shoulder. Prioritizing that left shoulder and seeing if you can get it down towards the mat. Release back through the middle. Hug up into a nice little ball, really, really tight. Give it everything that you've got. And then release. finding your Shavasana, your corpse pose. You made it. You've done 45 minutes of something amazing for yourself, and it's time that you get to enjoy it. Shavasana is one of the most important poses in yoga. I would actually say it's the most important pose in yoga. Shavasana is a place of death. It's corpse pose. It's death of the ego. It's death of the senses. It's returning to our pure being and then eventually finding our way back into this world and being rebirthed with a new opportunity to restart the day, to restart the week, to restart ourselves. So find a natural breath here. Palms face up towards the sky. Relaxing through the whole body. Starting at the feet. See if you can relax the toes and your heels just a little bit more. Relax through the shins and the thighs. Melt into the earth through your hips. Feel your belly rise and fall. And really enjoy the feeling of your breath, of that life force, that steady, constant beating in your chest. Relaxing through the arms and through the palms, all the way through the fingertips. Relaxing through the neck. Relaxing behind the eyes. Relaxing your lips and your nose. Maybe even relaxing the ears. This is your Shavasana. Enjoy. When you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretching the arms all the way above you and the feet all the way away from you. Big body on. Drawing the knees up towards the chest and then rolling onto your favorite side into the fetal position. This is your place of rebirth, right here. Take your time. And when you're ready to come back into full consciousness, slowly coming back up, finding a comfortable seat. Hands will come to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it all go. One more just like that. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Thank you for showing up today, for you, for sharing your energy and your time with me, and for existing unapologetically. The love and light in me recognizes that same love and light within you. Together we say, Namaste.